What's up? What's up? What's up, my peeps? Just checking in with y'all, man. I've been going through some crazy ascension symptoms. Just major. But work through those, and everybody's getting still getting a lot of DNA upgrades. With Saturn going direct now, everybody was talking about that, but that's a big deal. With energies being transferred and timeline sealing. There's also a lot of new souls arriving to Earth. There's a lot of, I want to say, old souls leaving. Like a lot of my soul group is leaving and ascending higher. So it's pretty amazing time right now. Anyway, jumping on here real quick to see if I can help some of my brothers and sisters out that are going through it right now. That divine masculine, divine feminine collective of unified souls. As we're moving forward, a lot of us are realizing now that we've went through a whole harvest period. I don't know if everybody really kind of realizes this, but metaphysically speaking or esoterically speaking, we go through a harvest period every year. Souls are harvested. Things that we do not want anymore are harvested. This is not only just right now, but right now is the most special time that we've been in, because this is not 2020. But that's a totally different video. But this is not 2020. But just know that a reset is happening, that we are at the beginning, the gate of aquARius right now. This is the beginning of the new age. That is the 0 point that we've been headed toward. That is the event that is happening, that we are headed toward this Aquarian gate. The ascending ones, the Christed ones, are now walking into their destiny, into their new templates, because they've now come to realize who they are. They're realizing the beginning of the end, so to speak, the beginning of the end. So they're coming into oneness with themselves. How about that? The unity, coming into oneness with themselves, understanding with themselves, knowing that I can stand in oneness and I don't need anybody else. I desire to have someone else, but I don't need anyone else. That's where we are right now. So if you don't have that inner vision of yourself yet, it's okay. It's going to come, but don't take your power for granted. Don't take your power for granted. Don't let survival become your main forte. In trying to accomplish things right now, you got to remember the different aspects and the way that they are affecting you and your DNA. Your crystalline DNA is crystal for a reason. It's receiving light. It's receiving energy. And say if Saturn is going direct, as we were saying, Saturn is sending energy directly to you, to your soul. So, and that is refracting through your whole body. That's the shimmering that takes place within us. That's the crowning that's taking place in us right now. So yeah, we've went through what the Bible called the harvest. The angels, stick their sickles into the earth and we get harvested. But anyway, right now, we're also being connected to our souls. That was another big download I had of and what I saw, that right now there's a lot of soul retrieval happening. There's a lot of new souls coming in. There's a lot of walk-ins coming in. There's a lot of ascending ones going out. So there are going to be people who feel like their bodies are being taken over. And like the movie Get Out was put there to try to scare you and freak you out. If you are a soul being, you are being reconnected to your higher self, to your ascended self, I should say. You are going to be reconnected back to who, or I should say, your original energy, I should say. So don't be scared. Don't, you're just being crowned. You're being crowned for a job well done. You may be very emotional right now. That's Saturn going up because karma is being handed out, and it's not super fast and coming in like a lightning bolt. But what it is it's it's coming, for good or for bad. Consequences come, whether they're good or bad. They come. So a lot of people are looking for the fearful judgment that's to come against them, and other people are looking for life and liberty, and they're probably looking around going right now, why am I feeling this way? Why am I looking into things I've never looked in before? Don't feel any fear about that. Right now you're at the time where you got to explore knowledge. aquARius, right? Or aquARius. It's a water Aries. I can go on for a long time about what I was shown about that, but anyway, that's a different paradigm. But anyway, let's go ahead and do a spread real quick. Well, I won't do a spread. I'll just do a card pull, intuitive card pull, and see what the universe has to say. Because the planets are alive; they speak to us. My channel is called Neptune's Heart for a reason, and we'll dive into that a little bit here later. But right now, I really want you guys to start thinking about that. These planned nets have captured a part of your soul, a fragment of your soul. These are your fragments. They are coming together. They're being joined back together into the third dimension, into you. So even though we're ascending to a fifth dimensional way of thought and a fifth dimensional way of living, it does not mean that we still do not live in the third dimension, or we are fully aware of the fact that we live in the third dimension, I should say. Because everyone has a level of consciousness and everyone has a level of awareness. So you may be con to the fact that, let's say, that you just throw out anything. I can't think about anything right now. I don't know why I got stuck, but you may be con to the fact that reading is fundamental to life, right? But you may be aware of the fact that computers are fundamental to life. So you're aware on one hand, awoke to one thing, but conned in another. And they may be very similar. They may be very different. Take it or leave it. But anyway, for me, for example, I'll just use a personal one. When I was into religion, I was very conscious of the fact, in the real sense of the word, not the fake one, but I was conscious of the fact that, or conscious to the fact that reincarnation was not real. Now, for some of y'all that will confuse the heck out of you, you'll be like, what? I'm conscious? Yes, you are conscious. But I bet you are aware of the fact that reincarnation is real. So therefore, now you look at it totally different, right? So you were conned to the fact that reincarnation was real. Now you know it's real, so you have awoken to the truth. So now you can no longer be conned. So now consciousness should not mean awoken now. See what I mean? Somebody got that. That was for somebody. All right, let's just see. What do you want my collective to know? What do you want our starseeds, our Lyrian, Syrian, Arcturian starseeds, everyone to know? The whole of our collective, the whole of our light worker community, all of us that are here, that are raising the awareness and lowering the consciousness of all the beings that are here. What do you want us to know? What do you want us to know? Third eye being opened. Okay. Here we go. What we got? Planetary shifts. Look at that. I don't know if y'all can see that. I got a glare going on. Real bad glare. But I am reading from my Blue Messiah cards. I'm reading from my Blue Messiah cards, but I don't know if you guys can see that. It's pretty big glare. But anyway, I'm sorry about that. Try to adjust that light, but let's see if I can adjust that light away from there. Maybe it'll be better. But anyway, let me move on. All right, so planetary shifts. That right there kind of just sums up exactly what I was saying. Right now, we are in a lot of planetary shifts, a lot of aspects that are going on right now. Saturn going direct is really snapping a lot of timelines in right now. Another thing that's happening right now is, as we're entering the gate of Aquarius, what people don't realize is we are being set up for another 1,000-year reincarnation cycle. So yeah, you heard me, another 1,000 years of reincarnation. So what you don't get rid of right now, what you're not being, I should go back and say what you have been asked to release that was no longer serving you anymore, that all you should have let go, because now we're going into the point where Saturn, or Father Time, or whatever you want to call them, people say it's evil, it's good. It's really not. It's wisdom and knowledge. Saturn is about wisdom and knowledge. If you learned it, if you applied it, if you learned it, if you applied it, how did you apply it? All right, now I'm going to judge whether you applied it right or wrong. You see what I'm saying? So there's no reason to be looking at Saturn like Satan, like the devil going to burn you up. Yeah, if you didn't do what you were supposed to do, here comes karma. Right. Because we are soul beings. We're soul beings. We're supposed to be learning this and then moving forward and teaching others. We're not supposed to be stuck in one spot. So yeah, that's what happens. Planetary shifts. Planetary shifts. Number 22. I can go on about that too. 22. 4, we're building a foundation. We're building new foundations for the new timeline that is being established right now for you. Now, we've already chosen these timelines. We've already, we're right now actually being judged for those timelines right now. Being judged, I'm sorry. We're not being judged for those timelines. We are being looked at and examined, I should say, not judged. We're being examined, okay? And in this examination, we are receiving back our just due. But it's not judgment. That's not what I was shown. So, as we go through these planetary shifts, we are merging into our oneness within ourselves. We're merging into the union within us, as we are also merging into our 3D realities. This means that we will now start coming into unions with other soul beings who have come into union with themselves. There are some who have rejected their counterparts, their physical 3D counterparts that will mirror them. That's what it's all about. Your twin flame is inside of you. But then you have a counterpart that's going to mirror, that can vibrate at the same frequency you do. See what I'm saying? So, anything else? Anything else you want me to? All right. So Mama is saying that as this, just look at her. She's holding it all together. You see her? She's saying, don't fear. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. And she's telling me to show you her eyes. You see that? See the love in her face? See, that's also for my Blu-ray beings too. My originals that are here, still here. Most have checked out. Most of my Blu-ray beings are checking out. Y'all are taking off, and that's cool because y'all have done y'all job now. Now I had that vision. Y'all have done y'all job now. Y'all are taking off. The blue flames, the blue rays are ascending upwards now into a new plane to nets. Because see, the nets are planned for us to be captured in them so that we can learn and evolve through wisdom and knowledge. We're always gaining. We're always gaining. So as we ascend through this game, within a game that's surrounded by a game, always know that you are being brought back home. You're never, ever going to be left behind. You're always being brought upwards. So crown chakras are being activated is what's happening. Crown chakras are being activated right now. So some of y'all are going to come to realize this, who you really are. But that was for somebody else, a little specific. This is general. But like I said, I threw that out for y'all. And just live in oneness, live in that unity, and live in that blissful state. Knowing that you are the bliss. You are the vibration. You are the frequency that everyone is looking for. Promise you, you are that one. And so if you're only one right now, don't judge yourself by the fact that you are not in a 3D union. Pride yourself if you are in a fifth dimensional union with yourself, and not just from 3D to 5D, but from the first dimension to the second dimension, the third right here to the fourth, that thing that you access through your mind, and then the fifth, which is that imaginary plane. Get into that even a little later, because see, that's a plane that's a combination. See, that's why in that plane, we cannot worry about how things get done. We're just, or I shouldn't say worried. We can't focus, I should say, on how something is going to get done. It will be about the why something is being done. So with that, I just want to say, all of you guys live in bliss. All of you guys just, man, take this time and just be so happy that all this transition is happening. You're full of the Christ. You are the Christed ones. You are the souled ones. This is the time that's what prophesied. This is the times that were talked about. Do not be afraid of these transitions. Don't be scared. Let go. You know, like I said, I've had my journey just like I know y'all have too. And from being, Pentecostal to Baptist to Hebrew Israelite to, just, man, down the line. Now I am who I am because I am. Man, live in bliss, y'all. I love you all. All right, have a good one. Have a good one. Have a good one. I'm pushing the wrong button too. Y'all have a good one.